Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Got a request for a scenario called Children of the Light, there it is, by Swedish Pope 11, but I don't think the author's the one who reached out to me, at least they did not claim that that was the case. After years of watching the world's population grow, a doomsday cult known as the Children of the Light release a man-made virus into the streets in hopes of destroying the sins of humanity. Because we all know that that is the most effective way to cleanse yourself of your sins. You shall be clean when you are dead. ATP with Starminist, Oxide, Humifile, and Symptostasis, normal difficulty. It's called COTL, so Children of the Light. Alright, fine, we'll go with Coddle. In the end, darkness always consumes the light. You are a member of the cult, the Children of the Light, and it is up to you to destroy all of humanity. Why? My reasons? Who needs reasons? I just like to watch the world burn. Transmissions. We have insects, we have rodents, we have blood, we have saliva, so no kissing, please. Water and air and horny. So the sex drive just makes people go insane. Got it. People always feel the need. Not always, but there's a lot of people out there who feel the need to just throw that in there. Thank you for taking a perfectly family-friendly scenario and then making it questionable at best. Symptoms, what do we have? We've got sneezing, coughing, insomnia, sweating is accessible for some reason before rash, but that's fine, nausea, and headache. Most of these are the generic symptoms, just rearranged. So the only customization I found so far is kissing and horny. Urine, that's also, I guess, customized, yes. Though very unlikely, infected urine can help spread the illness if one comes into contact through mouth, open cuts, or eyes. Ew? Why on earth would you get urine there? What is wrong with you? You're doing something wrong. That's all I gotta say. If that's what's happening, you've done something wrong. Let's go for the sneezing and for the rash, I guess. Usually pretty good, pretty effective for a very low cost all in all. We'll also go ahead and pick up the sweating, why not? That will lead to fever. Now, normally I would expect things like a rash to lead toward necrosis, so things have been rearranged a little bit. So I'm curious to see just how that's going to affect us. Coughing's usually pretty good. Pulmonary fibrosis, but no pneumonia. Alrighty then. Well, we're just going to go ahead and skip all these symptoms for a little bit. Let's focus on some transmissions. But as of right now, we've got a pretty healthy amount of infectivity, despite the fact that we do not have, like, any transmissions, with, like, one obvious exception. Let's go for the air transmission, since obviously that gives us a better spread starting in a place like Saudi Arabia. Looks like they did have a festival of kissing or something like that in Saudi Arabia, which works really well with saliva. So that's awesome. I'm going to go for the insects, a bit more spread in hot countries. The world mourns Hamambe's death. Oh, dear Hamambe. I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and purge the fever here. We do not need any of that. Insomnia, it's pretty severe for not a lot of gain. Nausea's okay. That'll lead to vomiting, which is okay. And that leads to diarrhea, which is ever so slightly lethal. So we probably don't want that. But we did get a good amount of severity before we start getting into a lot of countries of the world, hence why I'm getting 2 or 3 DNA from a lot of this stuff. Let's go for some water transmission, and then maybe after that we'll go for some more air? I don't know. I mean, air transmission's good. We're kind of reaching a point where this may not give me a lot of benefit, though. It's actually probably better just to go for more water transmission so we can get into some of those islands a little bit faster. We did get into Sweden shockingly early. We're going to need to get some cold resistance, so let's pick that up next. Now, didn't the description of this scenario say this was a man-made virus? So why are we playing a bacteria type? Rookie mistake in Plague Inc., mixing up your bacteriophages and your virophages. How could you do such a thing? How could you, really, truly? Let's go for more. Let's go for the drug resistance. Yeah, we can still afford cold resistance too. Let's do both. You always want to have at least a little bit of both of those going at the same time. And we are infecting countries like it ain't no one's business. So we're missing mostly islands at this point and a lot of Eastern Europe, surprisingly. Could go for some drug resistance. Could go for more bacterial resilience. Not sure that I need it. We'll go for insomnia. That will lead to paranoia, so they're less likely to go to a doctor in the first place. Insanity, very good at slowing down a cure. Seizures, a little bit lethal. Is there anything that's going to help us really ramp up our mutation? Maybe. Let's go for the urine. That leads to feces. It doesn't really seem to do much of anything, so I'm going to go with that's a bug. It's a completely impotent transmission vector. So let's go for the sex drive, and that leads to semen. All right, well, grand. Gross, but also grand. So we've just turned this man-made virus into an STD. Love to see that. Let's go for the rodents for the urban regions, and that's all the transmission I think I need at this point. We will go for a headache, and then everything else is going to start heading down the direction of some level of lethality one way or another. I think I need to hold off on any of that. Let's go for the drug resistance. Make sure that we spread really fast in places like Europe. Not seeing a very strong spread in Russia right now, which does concern me. I think we need to devolve the insanity because that's a little bit too severe at this stage. Really hoping we get into the rest of these islands sooner rather than later. I will go for another level of bacterial resilience just to try and speed it up a tiny bit. That doesn't seem to have done much. What are we missing then? It is just Greenland. Okay, so Norway or Russia, send boat. Get a boat over there. There's the boat. Okay. Now we go for things like seizures and inflammation and paralysis and the coma and the total organ failure. Still no necrosis, though. Diarrhea? Fever? No sign of the necrosis. How about the pulmonary fibrosis? Nope. Well, what the heck unlocks the rest of these things? There's some things that are hidden behind gating mechanisms, and no one told me that there were gating mechanisms. What am I supposed to do? Let's go for feces and see if that unlocks it. Nope. Well, that was a waste of DNA. I mean, I was thinking, hey, look, maybe there was a use for feces after all. But I was wrong. There was nothing to be gained from the poop. Alrighty, well, nothing I want to do over there necessarily. I guess we can go for the internal hemorrhaging. Doesn't unlock anything. Let's go for the semen. That leads to absolutely freaking nothing. Yep, I have no idea. I'm at a loss. There's just a bunch of stuff that no one knows where it is. The Children of the Light genome has been fully sequenced. The whole world is being purged of their horrifying sins. Let's go for some more bacterial resilience so we spread faster in Greenland. Try to hit that critical mass point. I think that should be enough to get us there, though we are going to be a little on the slow side. There's got to be something, right? I mean, blood? Yes, blood. Blood was the secret. We figured it out. We can have people now vomit blood, or cough up the blood, or have a nosebleed, or a broken blood vessels in eyes. Blood vessels in the eyes will break. Pick that up, then we get eye bleeding, then we get blindness. Okay, it's pretty lethal. I guess we could start vomiting up some blood. Now let's go for coughing up blood. And then nosebleeds for super infectivity. Frickin' infect Greenland, dang it. We're killing a little on the faster side. Hang on, more bacterial resilience, plus. There we go. There we go. There we go. Man, I missed that necrosis, though. Okay, nope. No. Get rid of the total organ failure. And, get rid of the internal hemorrhaging as well. Hate to waste the DNA, but I mean, victory more important than maintaining these symptoms that no longer are absolutely necessary for your victory, given that most of the world's cure potential has already been very thoroughly broken and destroyed. I'm surprised how hard it is to get into Greenland. We have maxed out infectivity and loads of cold resistance, yet they really just don't want to die. All right, we're gonna just have no total organ failure, but aside from that, is an extremely lethal super virus. So about the scenario itself, Children of the Light. I think I was expecting something a bit more cult-based. Just sort of given, I mean, this could have been literally anything. This is the problem. Like, a lot of the content is ultimately just recycled base vanilla content, right? Which is always a little unfortunate. Just rearranging things doesn't really equate a lot of customization. But some customization does exist. Let's not pretend that it doesn't. However, the backstory is kind of meaningless. It could be really anything at all. So I feel like it's a bit of a wasted opportunity if you're going to create something kind of cool, like this doomsday cult called the Children of the Light, and then not really do much of anything about it. I don't know. Feels like a missed opportunity to me, but that's just my opinion. 516 days, 25% cure progress, 48,329 points, and 2 stars. Overall, yes, as a scenario itself, it's pretty good, a bit above average maybe. However, I think that there are some really cool opportunities to expand the story and the theme out to be really unique and stand out from the crowd a bit more than it already does. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.